A great English philosopher of the 19th century came up with the philosophy of liberty of action, or rather, let's put it this way, on liberty. John Stuart Mill, I will rather call him J.S. Mill. His ideology, or rather his philosophy, influenced political thinking of that time and shaped the direction of politics of even the present day era. He asked a fundamental question, and that question was, on what premises can mankind, or I'll just look at it from mankind perspective, but we can also condense it to government. But let's just consider it from the mankind perspective because everybody is a stakeholder. So he put it this way, that on what premises, that's a fundamental question that informed this philosophy. On what premises can mankind, either as a group or as an individual, interfere with the liberty of action of a person? Now, after a lot of philosophizing, Mill came up with this conclusion that only on the premises where the action of a person is going to cause harm to others, harm to others, that is where that action has to be interfered. Where it is not going to cause harm to others, the action cannot be interfered, even if that action is going to cause harm to the person exercising his liberty to act. Now, looking at that from that perspective, I believe we'll have an understanding what that means. Then we look at utilitarianism. When you look at utilitarianism, you see a philosophy that sees an action as nothing except where the effect of that action is going to be for the greater good. I use the term the greater good because in utilitarianism, just like the word utility, utilize, it is considering where a larger chunk of the community will benefit from an action, even if the giver of that action does not benefit. It is more concerned about how an action can affect a majority. Now, there are criticism and exceptions to this action, to this liberty of action. To this utilitarianism, there are criticism to it, there are exceptions, but I want to look at the criticism that considers it where maybe you go like the devil's alternative. For those of us who have an understanding of what the devil's alternative is, the devil's alternative is where you allow 10 persons to die if it will permit the survival of 1,000 persons. I'm just giving you an instance. So it is better for 10 persons to die than for 1,000 persons to die. And this devil's alternative, in fact, was practiced first off by Christ himself of the Bible, because Jesus Christ said, like Jesus laid down his life for his friends, that there is no greater interest of the larger community. Now, you may be saying that, oh, he has never done anything for the displaced people. He has never